Welcome into the D-Event Center, the site of the 2023 5A State Championship basketball game on KSLSports.com. Dusty Lidster and Dane Stewart with you. The final game of the 2022-23 season starts now. Alta versus Timpview. Dane, let's start first at Timpview because this is a team under Coach Izzy Engel that has gotten better and better as the year has gone on. They started out on a high note, they kind of came down, and they had to come back, and it's been a very, very memorable March.
Yes, it has been.
Well, February and March. There we go.
Well, it's been a memorable March. They're undefeated in March,
there
Dusty.
You go.
Yeah, it has been. And you talk about starting off the year great. Look, you returned James Rust and so many guys off of a good squad last year. Coach Izzy Engel, and I think year number 2 at Timpview. But then they welcome in a lot of youth. And so you got experience, you got youth. There's talent all over the floor. They've had to win different ways, but they've had to win different ways. And so that gives them a lot of momentum coming in. James Rust has been great in this tournament. Eli St. Clair's had his moments. Taki has been fantastic. Dean Euchert, the freshman, an opportunity in this game for Timpview. We'll see if the freshman can make big plays to help Timpview get a upset here tonight.
Well, absolutely. And in comes the Alta Hawks. And this is a team that both Dane and I were we had high expectations for coming into this year. Last year they lost in the quarterfinals. This year they routed their way to the state championship game. And Dane might be I don't want to start a fight. It could be one of the most talented rosters in the state. Well, it is definitely one of the most talented rosters in the state. It has an argument to be the best roster in the state.
Yeah, Dan Lunt's going to disagree with you. We learned that in our post-game interview. But that being said, you look at this Alta team. You welcome in Ace Reiser. You have Jackson Johnson. Jackson's a 4-star kid. Ace is going to play at the next level as well. And then you mix in Carter Doliak with that, who's also 6'7". You've got Nash Hink or Carter Goodfellow. Both of them had great games in the semifinal. The upset win over Olympus. And then you've got one of the best freshmen in Dash Reiser, who all of a sudden is like, oh my goodness, because he has had himself a state playoff to remember. And just a freshman. It's a deep Alta squad. It's a talented Alta squad. And then you mix in a student section that's been here all week. Yeah. And you've got a great state championship. And how about Timpview showing up, too? That student section's almost full. Way to go, T-Bird Nation.
I am blown away. Blown away with what Timpview's done student section-wise. They should be extremely proud. It's blackout night for the T-Birds. Jackson Johnson and Ruker to jump it up. And we will start first with Alta. It is Ace Reiser, Nash Hink, Jackson Johnson, Doliak, and Carter Goodfellow. On the drive is Reiser, and Ace loses it out of bounds, and it will be Timpview basketball.
Now here's the big question, Dusty. Can Ace keep up? And not Ace. Can Alta? Ace too, but can Alta keep up with how they played just last night?
That's a big task. We now get to see the Timpview T-Birds. This is Ian St. Clair. St. Clair sends out to Rust, and then it's Ulu Lakepa, Kazan Villa, and Ruckert is the 3 from St. Clair is good.
Said he has had his moments this week, and he bursts on with a big moment early for Timpview. I feel like the start for Timpview is going to be so critical to let Alta know, look, this is not a region matchup. This is a state championship, and we're ready. 2 teams split in the regular season. Timpview has that confidence coming in. Can they display it tonight?
Jackson Johnson on the take and make. Can I just say, from Izzy Engel, the embracing of the Tennessee T and the checkerboard.
I love it. Absolutely love it.
Supported here as James Rust. This is a kid we've gotten to watch now for 3 years. 2 semifinal appearances for him and now a championship game appearance for James Rust.
Yeah, and he's really come on strong. He's made key plays at key times for Timpview to keep this run going.
Pardon me, they lost in the quarters last year as Hink gets it to stay in. That ball wanted to pop out, but it does not. Nash Hink, who had 3 threes in the third quarter yesterday, opens his night up with a 3.
Support scoring important for Alta, especially while the Stars find their rhythm, their opportunities.
And Ruckert knocks down a long ball. Here we go.
You talk about when the season started and how big that win was over Wasatch Academy, and it was. But it was Dean Ruckert out of the gate who was just pop, pop, pop to start the year.
Birds, they don't live on the ground, Dane. They fly 8-8 as we're exchanging 3-point blows.
Jackson Johnson just a junior.
Go back the other way. Antoine Ian St. Clair.
And it was Nash Hink with the foul. I thought he got a lot of basketball here. You see that spin back down? Maybe came across the hands there, I think was what the official saw. Boy, there's a lot of juice in here, huh, Dusty?
I don't think Alta Timpview basketball has ever had this many fans at it.
I'd love to see a night if it did.
Football in the heyday in 09, Bronson Kafusi and crew.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
The showed I was there. It was full on both sides. This is absolutely outstanding.
You could argue this is the same or as good of a crowd as we had for 6A.
It is. It's the same or better. As that mid-range two would not go for Doliak. Villa on the push. Kazan over to Taki. Ulula Kepa sends that one out to Ruker. Ruker back in the corner to Taki. Taki step back three. Was on line. Russ knocked it loose, picked up by Reiser.
And this is the big question. Can you contain Reiser? Yeah. That's a great job by the quarterback. Q Vila.
By the end of the year, he had ATH next to his name.
Yeah, because it was slot running back.
Actually, it's RTH, Earthing.
I called him QB1 the other day, and he was at times. He's QB2, RB1, wide WR3. Yeah. You know, he's pretty much everything.
KOR, POR. Yeah. Send out Taki on the take. Can't get it. Gets his own board. Leaves it for Ruker. Oh, that ball went off the knee of Jackson Johnson.
Little hot potato there, gathered by Alta.
Back down the floor with Ace Reiser. Ace over to Johnson. Jackson back on the angle. The good fellow trying to go a little action inside to Johnson. Taken away by Villa.
That's great defense. It almost had to look like a zone to it, but I think it was a man. But Villa does a nice job of recognizing that entry, coming backside to support, deflect it loose.
We should go Q Villa. Make that a little easier. You know what else calls him Q Villa?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that. Like Q Mesa. The Kazan Villa. There's a take by Rust and make by Rust.
I feel like I've seen on unofficial rosters Q Villa.
Okay.
I like Kazan because I don't know if it's Villa or Villa but
there's someone watching. He can message me and let me know, make sure. As on the take is Johnson, swatted away by Ruker.
That's an aggressive defensive move by the freshman.
Rust from the corner for three. An 8-point Timpview lead.
And Rust knew exactly where he was. This is no college three. He knows right where that spot is on the floor, squares it up, and drills it.
He knows the floor in the state tournament. Reiser drops that into Doliak, and Doliak with the finish.
Yeah, great play, great find there by Reiser. I feel like Doliak doesn't get a lot of pub. He will. But, man, he can be such a problem. You have two bigs here, 6'7", with great guard play that likes to penetrate.
On the drive, Russ lost the handle. Hink with the takeaway. Johnson quickly head to Doliak. Taki gets back there, can't stop it. And Doliak lays it up and in with a Majerus leak out.
Yeah, good response here from Doliak and the Hawks. You get that 8-point lead. You want to get back in it. Couple big plays, including nice defensive stop.
Baseline. Russ sends up to Taki. Rukert. 4-3. Timpview is lighting it up from deep.
Man, I don't know what the pregame talk was. Timpview is hot.
Johnson couldn't get rid of it. He's a freshman chant going here. Reiser, good fellow, back to Jackson Johnson in the lane. And Jackson Johnson, one of the best underclassmen in the state.
I mean, these two teams have to be shooting at like 70% of pop. Everything's going in right now. That's even well defended by Rust.
Wow. So down the floor we go. We hit the 2-minute mark in the first quarter. We have not had the under 4 timeout yet. Ulula Kepa could not get that one to go, and the rebound out of bounds. And now we will have.
You had to say it, Dusty. You had to say it. We're going. We're up and down.
Here's a look at Johnson's last bucket. 1:53 left in the first. 5-point game.
It all starts with a smile. To show you care, offer a sign of love, welcome someone home. Even when we don't see each other, or share a room, even without words, smiles bring us together. Let's keep yours healthy. Stonehaven Dental. Schedule online at stonehavendental.com.
It's mission call open season coming up all over the state of Utah. And if you've got a future missionary, our friends at Modern Missionaries there to help them out. When you register your missionary on the website, you can get a free button-down shirt and washable tie. And again, it's our friends at Modern Missionary. Go outfit your missionary for their service at Modern Missionary. Dane, this has been, just an insanely good start for, honestly, both teams. Obviously, Timpview with a 5-point advantage, but we couldn't ask for a better start than this one.
No, we're all winners here in this first quarter.
Mm-hmm. Every one of us were born to be winners. Drop that ball inside to Goodfellow. Nice find from Johnson.
I'll tell you what I love. I love that Alta is spreading this thing out a little bit and looking for, a Hink opportunity, a Goodfellow opportunity. Ace still hasn't scored, and I think Alta's completely fine with that because they know his time will come.
Rust has that ball out of bounds and will stay here. So 3-point advantage. Quickly inbound into Rust. Hangs, no. Johnson with the rebound. Quickly on the run, Reiser.
Have numbers.
3 from Goodfellow, no. And the rebound on the backside, out of bounds. Off of Taki. Ululekepa.
That's a nice job crashing the rim there by Nash Hink. That rebound is long, comes flying in. Able to get there before Taki, and force Taki to knock it out.
Ace pulls up from the free throw line, crawls off, and that goes off of Goodfellow, and it will be Timpview basketball with 50 seconds left in the opening quarter. The students were being friendly with each other. They were tossing back and forth, sliding back and forth, some flipping game. I couldn't see that when we were shooting our video. And now they're tossing stuff, and they don't want it.
Just want to be careful. If you have a paper airplane, you don't want that thing drifting on the floor.
We had one of the most impressive paper airplanes.
It was very well done.
It's what Michael Scott was going for.
Yes, for sure.
No joke. It went from where you're looking at the screen left all the way to the other side to the right into the stands.
Yeah, it was
awesome. Oh, they did not get that call there for Ululekepa. Rebound taken by Johnson with 25 seconds left in the quarter. Hink goes at Rust, hangs. Oh, that ball, it wanted to go down. It just couldn't stay there, and now it'll be Alta at the line shooting 2.
I was actually surprised that Hink drove at this opportunity against the much bigger Rust. I should say taller Rust. But able to draw that contact, the foul.
2 free throws coming up. And the first off the mark here for Nash Hink. Bo Compton and Matt McKay come on for Alta. 17 seconds left in a 2-point ball game. Possession belongs to Timpview. They can double dip here. They can get a bucket to open the quarter with the possession. Taki tries to get that ball to Rust. 5 seconds. Rust goes at Johnson, stripped away by Compton. Shot at the horn, Ruckert. Ace fouled on the 3. It'll be on Johnson. It'll be 3 untimed free throws.
Yeah, that should be open lanes
for Ruckert. Jump man, jump man, jump man. Put him at the line, shoot 3 free throws.
Have you ever shot these open lane?
Yeah, I don't
free
like
throws?
it, especially with the lights are on the backboard.
It's just helping with the target.
I'm actually kind of surprised they haven't stopped.
I am too, actually. I'm surprised that they've left those on.
And I'm actually surprised that Izzy Engel hasn't said anything yet. Why are the...
You know what? They might not have an opportunity. They may stay on until the clock reads 8. They might be triggered that if it zeros, they're on.
Yeah, I know. Just go ahead and trigger it to the second quarter.
Well, but you can't, Dusty, because these are first quarter points.
I don't know can't. What is can't?
I'll explain it to you over the break.
All right. At the end of one, it is Timpview 21, Alta 17. You're watching the 2013 5A state championship game on KSLSports.com, your year-round home for high school sports. I guess I'm bad at the bone because I wanted to break procedures. We'll get some answers here in a second. Start of the second quarter, Dusty Litster and Dane Stewart with you.
Unless you just rung someone up. Then you might have to wait a bit.
Still that from Dan Patrick. But I cite my people. Is a 4-point advantage for Timpview in their first. Oh, I want to say.
He nutmegged himself. Oh, we've got a foul.
Yeah, let's see if we got a look at this. We might not. I've been a little late on the trigger. Oh, we got it. Good job, Preston. Yeah, let's be glad we're at the high school level and we're not going to the monitors on this thing and waiting for another minute and a half.
Yeah. Let's review something that we can't actually review because we don't have an angle on it.
So, back down the floor we go with Alta. Dash Riser out top. Hands back to Johnson. Cross court, Doliak. 4-3. Carter Doliak. It makes it a 1-point game. 7
points at the start for Carter. Both these two teams over 55%, 58% for Timpview, 64% for Alta from the floor.
Ulua Kepa traveled. He wanted to get a call for being run out of bounds. Mr. Official said, nope. So 7:10 left in the half.
Replacing Taki Ulu Imakema.
As down the floor we go, Ace Riser over to Dash. Doliak along the baseline. Send it out to Johnson. Johnson got Ruckert to bite, sends it out. Doliak. Oh, the lead taking three would not go. Rebound and run out here with Timpview.
Boy, and if Timpview is going to help on drives like that, it's going to leave those pop-out threes available. Timpview fortunate Alta missed that one. Doliak had just hit one.
Villa on the take. Draws the foul. It's going to put Q at the line. Pardon me, that's not Villa. That's number 21. That's Naliai. Aisa Naliai.
Foul on number 2, Bo Compton of Alta. His first at the fourth team foul. Shooting 2 shots will be Aisa Naliai.
Well, the first good.
Substitutions for Timpview. Number 5.
So now Villa comes on. We'll go with Jeff on that. We'll go Vila. We'll say Villa. Via. I think I was saying at one point too. The double L's. I like to get stuff right because people say Lister, and I don't necessarily correct them, but they always miss the first T.
Maybe they don't have any left.
You almost got me. Reiser gets that one to go. How about that? Bounces about two times on the back of the buckle and finally falls in.
Dash is back. So excited. So excited to see him for the next 3 years, Dusty.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, that ball saved in by St. Clair. St. Clair sends that out to Smith. 5 on the shot clock. Vila inside, forces the contact. Yeah, they're to get him with the elbows on the shot there.
That's a toother sometimes, and you see he's got that little arm bar there, and I think the moment he used that as he comes up, because I've had this debate with officials, apparently legal until there's separation, and if it's a verticality issue that creates that separation up into the noggin and facial construct area.
What?
Arm bar into the face. No?
Facial construct. I've never heard that. You must have worked at for a health care company.
And now I don't, and now everyone knows why.
Reiser in the lane, and that ball taken away by Naliai. Isa Naliai, give that over to Vila. Kazan. And now Ulula Kepa up top. Oh, nice handle from Taki. Oh, man. Taki to me.
You know, that's one where Dash is trying to be aggressive. He's looking for that steal, and it just ever so slightly sets him on an angle, and Taki able to quickly attack where the opening was. We talked about how good he's been in this tournament, and he demonstrated it right there. And look at the up and under, around ace, and good for Taki.
As Nasheen comes back on, that's going to bring off Dash Reiser. As Reiser hands out off to Johnson. Reiser pulls up inside the three-point arc, can't get it. Rebound taken by Q. Quickly ahead, Ian St. Clair steps through, and it crawls off.
Thought he had it.
Oh, how about an accurate pass?
Talk about throw your guy open, huh?
No kidding. Coach Alimateo's like, hey, you never told me about this kid.
Hey, you got one more year, right?
Hink blocked from behind, and a charge. Before we show the charge, how about... Might not have the charge, but watch this pass.
He's not even looking.
Boom.
I saw your arm out there. I thought that's where you wanted the ball.
He's got Mahomes-like hair.
My goodness. That is crazy.
That was awesome. I replayed that just so he can go back and screen grab that. Like, we're not going to say that. Now you can go screen grab it. Ace, if you don't know how to do that, hit me up on Twitter. I'll walk you through the settings change. It's back on this end of the floor with Rust. Send that ball in the corner. St. Clair sends back out to Rust. Dolyak hit the deck. Rust, nice job. Johnson was waiting for the charge. Rust able to jump away and get the bucket. And a 5-point lead now for the T-Birds. Back the other end. And it's a lay-in for Goodfellow. Coach Izzy Engel, the jacket staying on. So the trend this week has been jacket first half, no jacket second half.
It hasn't failed him yet.
No. And on the drive, no for Q. Now on the run with Reiser. Ace with the blow by. Ace with the layup.
And you see that burst for Ace Reiser. First field goal.
Rust. Oh, he never got that one to crawl in. Nice job by Doliak.
When Doliak came to try to draw the charge, arms are down, and Rust thought he had an opportunity. Nearly had the poke away there.
They say that bounced off of Rust, and that would have been a run out for James Rust. Look how fortunate Alta is. If Q sees that ball, that's a run out. Full timeout on the floor. It's Timpview 27, Alta 26. You're watching the 2023 5A State Championship. .241 left in the half. Look, folks, this is game 28 of 28 on the week.
And we haven't had one episode. Way to go, Dusty.
You almost got me.
Which
earlier.
Is shocking because I didn't expect that. But
that's the way it goes.
I thought I'd had better, but
sometimes the haymaker isn't the one that wins the boxing match. It's the setup jab. Oh, how about that? From Jackson Johnson, and Alta takes a 28-27 lead, and that ball out of bounds off of Alta and Compton.
You know what's been surprising to me? It feels like both teams have been able to get to the lane and finish with length.
Yeah, that's true.
And you would think that length would negate itself, but it hasn't. Been a great watch.
You know what's been great this week? This week has been a lot of it. Today, the state championship day, we weren't sure. You know, state championship day is like a box of chocolates. You never really know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
And today has been spectacular. It's been real and spectacular.
I caught that.
And 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Ulu Lekepa. 3 seconds. Nice defense by Ace Reiser. And 1 second left. Oh, we got a catch and shoot situation.
Yes, we do. Of course, Kent Lutz is not on the floor to be right on that shot clock, right? He was 2 for 2, Dusty.
He was 2 for 2. Hey, let's see if the horn matches the clock. Ruker blocked away by Johnson.
Hey.
Yep, you don't get the ball. Yep. I don't know. Is Coach Horn...
He's petitioning for a new Dusty rule. Hey, we have it. Can't we run?
Yeah, we got the block. But, hey, it's a shot clock violation because the ball did not hit the rim.
It's a turnover.
It's the same thing as the NBA. The NBA has the exact same rule.
It's a dead ball.
Yeah. I've been a huge fan of it, especially when it starts to run out. But, yeah, I get it. I do understand, like, hey, because then we have to go back and reset. It adds a little bit more. I don't want to use the N word. I want to say nonsense, but I don't want to say nonsense because I appreciate officials now. That's a new thing for me. But, yeah, that's more stuff as the three won't go. Rebound taken away by Taki.
And just to tack onto that, officials officiate the rule book. Like, they don't get to choose. And, boy, that's a big call there.
Yeah, big one on Taki Ulu Lekepa. I mean, what's the rule on defensive positioning? Are you in defensive position on that part of the floor? I think Goliath was. That's player control too, right?
Yep. Zone look here from Timpview. Ooh.
Compton airmails that one. Straight out of Sandy and out of bounds. And we'll go the other way.
Yeah, that one, miscommunication.
So timeout on the floor. 1:02 left in half. We'll be right back.
It all starts with a smile. To show you care, offer a sign of love, welcome someone home. Even when we don't see each other, or share a room, even without words, smiles bring us together. Let's keep yours healthy. Stonehaven Dental. Schedule online at stonehavendental.com.
UCCU will provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
1:02 left in the half. It's called the hard in.
Well, that's my 15-second version. I also got a 30-second version. You never know which one I'm going to come at you with.
Hey, UCCU is there for you. On the drive, the Kepa sends down the corner to St. Clair. Now Ruker. They back things out. Russ comes off the screen to Smith, sends that ball in the corner to Ruker. 8 seconds. The freshman forces it up, blocked away by Johnson. Smith with it. And the shot clock turned off. The three on the way, lips out, tipped out, and out of bounds off of Timpview.
Yeah, that was peculiar, wasn't it?
And no one caught it.
Oh, I think the Alta bench caught it.
Alta bench caught it. I was talking about officials.
Yeah.
Number 22, Nash Reiser. Number 13, Nash 8. Replacing Bo Compton.
So Compton and Goodfellow come off the floor. As Hink and Dash Reiser come on. Shot clock turned off. Game clock down to 18, as there is a shot clock in Utah High School basketball. But it's turned off inside of 35 seconds. 10 seconds.
Boy, look how extended out this defense is. Going to have a lot of holes.
Nice trap. And the steal from Smith. 3 seconds. St. Clair with one. They're not going to get a shot off, and that will do it for the first half. What a close first half. Alta was down but came back to take a lead. Hawks 28, T-Birds 27. You're watching the 2023 5A State Championship game on KSLSports.com, your online home for state championships.
Okay.
Representing the Utah High School Activities Association is Mr. Rob Cobb, Executive Director, and Mr. John Oglesby, Assistant Director. According to the Baker High School in Baker, Oregon, and from Brigham Young University, Jim Fuller began his coaching career in Smoke Lake, Arizona, as a basketball and baseball coach. He later coached in Idaho before coaching multiple sports and Fox Under High School and softball at Fremont High School in Lake City. He spent 27 years as a coach for the Bees. Over that time, he was the boys and girls cross-country coach, the girls basketball and softball coach, and also spent time as an assistant wrestling coach. He was the coach of 5 state championship softball teams in 14 years at Fox Under High School. And in 2005, his team won the softball state championship as the head coach at Fremont. His softball teams won over 400 games. This was his coaching philosophy, was to learn to win gracefully and to lose with dignity, because that it carries over to life. This
And welcome back in. Halftime score, Alta 28, Timpview 27. Before we get to the second half, let's get to the last one. It's the grand finale of the Rewind Flashback.
It's prop time, huh? We think we'll win as regions start to get going. Oh, look at Bracken Funk.
Oh.
At least he's not blowing kisses at us after hitting shots.
I feel like I just won a state championship.
Yeah.
Cop with 5.
It was accurate. So Austin Stevenson made all the extra points. You think I picked that up? But we don't show.
Well, Northwestern and Nebraska aren't the only ones doing an Irish jig. Because up north, Ridgeline.
Number 3.
Vente Trace, or it's 26, Vente Trace. Oh, man, Spanish. My bad, Mr. Perfect. Brother, you've never made a mistake. Yep.
You got me to do it again. That's my go-to laugh at Dane laugh.
Yeah.
The Irish jig, I mean, that takes the cake.
I know you like that one.
That would, there's a lot of them I didn't know what was coming.
Yeah.
That was definitely one I was like, I didn't see it happen, you know.
I'm not going to lie, I forgot about half of those.
The best is when the hat flew off.
That was good. I'm not going to lie, I also like when you're like, what's with the pipe? Well, I'm a sleuth. It's a family program. Sleuth has to have his pipe.
It's the best to have a pipe.
It's such innocent. Thank you, Sleuth. What's with the pipe?
I didn't get it, you know. And even when you said it's a family program, I was just like, I don't get something with the pipe.
Investigator pipe. Yeah. The hat is good.
Yeah.
The hat blown off. I didn't plan that one.
Those are good memories.
By the way, Bracken Funk, I still owe you a sock right in the mouth for that one.
I don't know what's fun. What through my head when it happened, or his face when he did it, like
yeah, he thought I was gonna come down and open a can.
Yeah.
Anywho,
all right, here we go into the second half. It's Alta leading by 1. Let us know what you thought of those flashbacks. We've enjoyed those.
Well, I've got a family member who appreciates it.
Wifey?
Yeah. I'm glad someone enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed them, actually.
They've been fun.
Outside of the Tay Nakua voice cracking nonsense that's been shared with the world. But yeah, I mean, how about this first half from the Timpview T-Birds? I mean, James Russ and Dean Rucker leading the way with 17 combined points.
Yeah, they've been really good. And you look at the performance from the floor. Rust 4 of 6, Rucker 2 of 3. That's been a great start for Timpview. They've carried a lion's share of the load. To your point, the reboundings are about even, 8 to 9 in favor of Alta. Really, the difference is just a couple more made shots for Alta. Timpview's been stronger from the line and from 3 to help even it out. It's back and forth, and we'll see in the second half if that continues.
We had a celebrity sighting. And I'm not talking just about Dane Stewart. As Kazon Villa going to take that one in the chest and draw the block. We'll get a chance to see. He may come over just a little bit late there.
Yeah, and I thought, again, a good call here. You see he's trying to come over in the restricted area nonetheless. So that's a double right there. That's a double whammy.
Easy way to call that. It really is. But Jazz owner Ryan Smith's in the building.
Yeah.
I feel pretty good because I said I think he probably would show up. I mean, how many Smiths could be in Provo? He's definitely got to have a relation somehow.
Hey, Ryan, come to Section A, row 26.
I sent a request to someone that I think got him on that broadcast. So we'll see. I can hold my breath.
Yeah, I'm not either.
31-27. As here come the T-Birds. Although if he followed the T-Birds and wasn't in the building, the only way he watched those games was with us.
You know it.
As all of you have too. As Taki Ulu Kepa in the lane and scores. That's what they need. They need Taki to get going.
Yeah, they do. He was just 1 of 5 from the floor in the first half, 0 for 2 for 3. You mentioned how big he's been and important he's been to Timpview. They need him.
Well, the versions of Jays that he's got on, I mean, that's the 96 Jays. I mean, I couldn't tell you what number that is. It's from the 96 season, however. Pretty sure. Is that one hanging hit there for Doliak?
I said Carter Doliak doesn't get the headlines because of Ace and Jackson, but boy, he will. And he has had a monster game. 12 points for him. 5 points here in the third. Carter Doliak is making his presence known.
As he hits the +1, and it's a 5-point Alta lead.
He's on his way to get headlines with his performance tonight.
Yeah. The movie Bull Durham, he announces his presence with authority. Up the floor, Ruckert. Shot clock down to 15. Ruckert on the drive, gets to the window, can't get the finish. Good fellow on the board. Now here comes Johnson. Johnson in the corner to Reiser. Reiser leaves it to Doliak, who lays it in.
All 8 Alta points in this third. Carter Doliak, and how about the pass, the setup from Ace?
Baseline, send it back up top. It's St. Clair in the lane, gets over to the Hink, crawls it up, won't go. Rebound to Doliak. And Ace Reiser fires that one. It's Doliak. Oh, no, thought we'd have a whistle. Did not. Quickly on the run.
Just had a hawk go by.
Yeah. It's on the wrong side. Here comes Reiser. Ace leaves it for Doliak. 10 points. Going to the line, looking for 11. And the red-cladded fans are out of their minds.
Right now, this is a lot of Doliak.
Nice.
You all thought the shenanigans were over? No. And by the way, I'm a little hurt that they're called shenanigans. We didn't touch on that.
Grand finale, what? And then the steal from Johnson off the rebound. Now Taki on the run. Ululu Kepa. Yeah, he earns the Trey Young foul there on Ace Reiser. So that'll be the first team foul on the Hawks in the second half. And Timpview's got to find something here. This is getting eerily close and being a run out, as the foul's going to be the Goodfellow. As we had the 6-8 game, it was all Corner Canyon after a certain point. And right now, Alta is threatening to make it all Alta. Fire that ball inside, and it is Naliai +1. The foul to Goodfellow. It'll be an and one opportunity here for Timpview.
Doesn't look like the most forceful contact, but you see, I think there's just enough there coming into the body of Naliai to push him towards that baseline. And while that is probably a foul where there's not this huge act, it's enough to disrupt the play, and well, that's a nice one by Naliai to convert the three-point play.
He takes the space away. 6-point ball game. Goodfellow cross court to Hink. Hink up top to Johnson, gets it back. Good hands by Ululu Kepa. On the three, Hink, no. And Ruckert pulls down the rebound, and now the foul. 3 fouls in the quarter to Goodfellow.
Click, click, click. Movie?
I don't know.
I don't know if you'd get this one.
Okay.
Welcome to Mooseport.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah?
The Lost Gene Hackman movie.
Yeah. Ray Romano.
It's a good one.
It's a very underrated movie.
I concur. We're good. A little bit of debris on the floor. But now a chance for Alta to make it a one-possession game with the 3 ball. Where will they turn?
They've been pretty good from beyond the arc today.
St. Clair has that one taken away by Johnson. Naliai gets back on defense. Nice hustle.
Where's Doliak?
Reiser scores, floats it and scores it. Timeout. Alta with 4:31 left in the third.
Alta starting to get some lift. The Hawks are flying.
We have a full timeout coming up in a second. We're going to stay right here. As again, I want to thank you all for joining us this week. This is game 28 of 28 on the week. Started on Tuesday, made it all the way through. I want to thank all the coaches that have joined us, or that joined us throughout the week. It's a lot of fun for us to bring on the coaches that we get to talk about a lot. There's a few that we couldn't get to join us because they win too much. And later in the week it gets, the harder it is. We want to thank them, though, and it's all melting together. I wanted to give the names of all the coaches who joined us.
Well, we got Brian Alfrey, Chad Sims, Casey Walkenhurst. We've got Coach Margetts from Woods Cross. We've got Coach Workman, and there's one more.
Amy Duray.
Amy Duray,
Chad
and
Sims.
I said Sims.
David
Evans. I hit
Evans.
him early. David Evans, that's the one I'm missing. And then we also had former coach Mike O'Connor.
We did have Michael
as
Connor.
well.
And we also had official Courtney Littledyke.
Yes, we did.
And there's a steal. Johnson. And he's fouled by Rust. And immediately, everybody, as soon as the foul happens, we see people like want intentional fouls. I'm sorry, that's not an intentional foul. I'm not going to get old man on the soapbox. It's not an intentional foul. Johnson will be okay.
There's a play on the ball.
Yeah. Well, first of all, just because someone hits the floor, it's not an intentional foul.
Yeah, I'll tell you, back in my day when I was a fan, intentional foul meant like you're flipping guys.
Yeah. Well, there's blood.
Yeah.
There used to be the whole thing, no blood, no foul. Now it's no blood, no intentional foul.
You can start getting some magic water.
I'm not. We're not going to replay that one, but I think everything's okay. I do tend to think when we get the anger from the, want the intentional foul stuff, it tends to escalate some people's feelings. But good to see Johnson's okay. The 3 from Johnson, no. Rebound taken by Smith.
Tell you what, though, defensively, Jackson Johnson has been on it in the second half. That's the second time he's just casually stolen the ball away and helped get out on the run.
Outside Naliai. Now Rust. Rust's going to clear this thing out. He wants to go to work. Goes at Doliak.
That's good defense.
It
Man,
is.
Carter's covering a lot of ground.
3 from Rukert. No. Rebound. Smith pulls it away. Goes back up. No. Got it back. And now jump ball. No. Foul.
He's going to go on Compton.
And then we call us on the floor. It'll be the 15th foul on Alta. As Taki Ulukepa will come on. And that would be a dead ball foul. Or probably a dead ball foul. It'll be a full timeout. Immediate timeout. 3:41 left in the quarter. We'll be right back. You're watching the 5A championship game on KSLSports.com. 8-point lead for the Alta Hawks. Timpview trying to hang around here. 3:41 left in the third quarter. They got to make a run. As Smith hands back to Taki. Now Ruker. And Johnson again comes from the backside. And now on the run, here comes Dash Reiser.
Got a kick out.
And he traveled.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jackson Johnson right now, he's a Hawk. He's a good player.
And he's got the eyes of a Hawk, absolutely. That would be his call sign. If he was on Top Gun, he'd be Hawk.
Hawkeye.
Can't be Hawkeye. There's two characters already named Hawkeye.
Oh.
As you get that one. Oh. Stakes that one out of the sky. Comes the other way. Hink. And only fitting that Johnson gets the block on one end, gets the layup on the other. Taki sends that one over. St. Clair now to Ruker. And Johnson with another takeaway, and now the dunk. 12 points, Alta lead. Timeout, Timpview. When this is happening, everything's going to happen.
A 16-5 quarter that has been led by the defense of Alta, getting out on the run.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Two and a half minutes left in the third quarter. Alta threatening to run away with the 5A title game. As we got a hold on that pass, it's going to be the last foul to give for the Hawks. It'll be free throws the entire fourth quarter for Timpview. And if Timpview's going to make a run in this game, Dana, it's got to be now. Later's not waiting anymore.
Yeah, it's tomorrow's or forever unless you do something today. Got to start really honing in on that offense.
Hugh Villa can't get that one. Johnson with the rebound. The start of the third quarter was Dolyak. The entire third quarter has been Johnson. He's a little lame coming up the floor. Compton up top to Reiser. Ace back to Johnson. Johnson finds Reiser. Ulakepa lost his man, and Ace Reiser with the easy two.
How many times this week have we said moving without the basketball? And Ace Reiser, he's quick with it. He's even quicker without it. Nice little cut there along the baseline.
Vila, Rukert, St. Clair now over to Ulakepa. Ulakepa get down the lane. Taki sends that to the corner. Vila blocked away. Timpview's like, where are these guys? Where are they coming from? They're coming from everywhere.
Dolyak didn't want Johnson to get all the credit for the defense. How about this closeout? Look where he's coming from. That's almost from the junction and gets to the corner. That's what we like to call burst.
What is this? Hawks falling from the sky.
Yes, El Guapo.
This feels like they're everywhere. Out top with Lekepa. Now Rust. Sends out Taki for three. Off the iron. Tipped out to Q. Back to Taki. Lekepa on the drive is going to draw the foul. It'll be 2 free throws. The foul will go to Compton. It's going to be the 7th team foul on Alta.
Number 2, Will Compton of Alta. Compton's 3rd personal and 7th team foul.
I like Taki continuing to drive here. I'm talking about, the foul situation and Timpview at the line for the rest of the contest. Continuing to be trying to be the aggressor on the offensive end.
Well, right now, the free throw line is going to be the best friend to Timpview outside of playing good defense because they could score with the clock stopped, elongating the game.
Yeah.
There's the free throw good for Taki. As Isa Naliai comes on, and James Russ will come off the floor.
I mean, I'd foul right here, Dusty. Just keep sending them down and taking free throws. Since my words are going to be taken out of context, it'll be on the next Dane shenanigans coming up to you next year. So why not?
You knew why I was starting to laugh.
I knew it. You thought I didn't hear you. I did. I did hear you. I'm not wearing these earmuffs because they look good.
The 3 on the way for Nashik won't go. Rebound to Taki Ulukepa. Ulukepa going to bring up the floor. Because once you get his name right, it's a lot of fun to say. Are we saying that out? Naliai to Ruker. Been a quiet 3rd quarter for the freshman. All the way to the rim. Nice take and make.
He had 8 points in the 1st quarter. Hadn't scored since. We talked about the freshman has an opportunity in this game to really make a statement and see if he can do it here in the last quarter plus.
Inside, Doliak. His 12th point of the quarter. The lead is 12, 10 seconds.
He's a young man that came off the bench last year in limited minutes. He's made the most of this junior season championship.
Sorry, Dana, stepped on you there. 5 seconds. Kepa did not get that one, and that will do it for the 3rd. We go to the final quarter of the high school basketball season in Utah, and it's Alta 48, Timpview 36. You're watching the 5A state championship game on KSLSports.com. Start of the 4th quarter. We'll get that update on the scoreboard. The 3 won't go. The tip from Naliai is there. As the start of the 4th quarter, it will be a 10-point game now. As Johnson on the drive, the floater won't go. And the rebound taken by Rust. And down the floor we go with Timpview, trailing by 10. They got a run in them. They haven't made a run for quite some time in this game. As Russ sends out Villa for 3, no. And the rebound to Johnson. And nice hustle there by Naliai. And now Rukert knocks it out of bounds, and it'll be Alta basketball.
That was a 20-9 3rd quarter for Alta. 12 of them by Carter Doliak. Johnson probably had 3 or 4 steals and 2 or 3 blocks just by himself. You look at the first 2 matchups, and the third quarters were big in those 2. In this championship, it might be Alta's third that could lift them to the title.
Johnson with the drive on Russ. Couldn't get it. Rebound to Ruckert. There's a stop on one end. They need points on the other. Ruckert got some space from Doliak. We're going to have the block on Doliak. It'll be 1-on-1 free throws here to Ruckert.
Number 15, Carter Doliak. That's Doliak's second personal. It's the
Second here on Carter.
shooting one. Will be Keith Ruckert.
And the free throw good. So Ruckert hits the front end, earns another. And got them both. So scoring without the clock stopped, an 8-point ball game as Taki comes back in and Russ will get a break. And on the run, Reiser gives it to Doliak, reverses, no. Rebound to Q, now on the push with Timpview. Taki Ulukepa on the drive, gets Doliak off his feet. Doliak now with 3, and that's going to put Taki at the line to shoot 2.
His third for Alta. The 19 ball.
And look, this is how it starts, right? You just got to get a little bit of success on the offensive end. Points here, points there, get stops. And right now you go to the line with the clock stopped. That's a good thing if you're Timpview.
And the free throw good for Taki. And the second lips out there for Ulukepa. And a timeout to Coach Warren.
Probably a good timeout. Got to settle the troops down here a little bit.
Yeah.
You've been feeling good. Down to 7. Ball game not over.
Yeah, 30-second timeout, so we'll stay here. As again, want to thank everyone. This week is, we talk about all the time, one of our favorite weeks, if not the favorite week of the year. One, Dane and I finally get to call games together, for one. And for 2, it's kind of the celebration of the whole year of all the stuff we've got going on. It's quite the journey for us from August to the first weekend of March.
Yeah, it is. It goes from not seeing your family on the weekend to not seeing your family throughout the week. And now we get to see our families again. I can't wait to see what they look like.
Yeah. Get on the plane on Tuesday. So my poor wife Megan's been sick all week long.
Yeah,
we've had parent-teacher conferences for your wife, my kids. Yeah. And birthdays for kids and wives. Vince's wife had her birthday on Monday. Reagan, my daughter, had her birthday on Tuesday. So, but we love this week. It's so much fun. We enjoyed all the comments back and forth of your appreciation. It means a lot to us. So here we go. 6 minutes and 7 seconds left in the high school basketball season in a 7-point ball game. Hink going to drive it at St. Clair. Has that ball tipped and taken away by Rust.
Couple stops.
Rust drives at Reiser. Sends that ball out. Taki on the drive. Oh, he had Rust ready to go. St. Clair goes at Hink. Hits the deck, and that's a foul. Oh, traveling violation first. I was going to say that was kind of close.
Yeah, I thought it was a travel. I thought that he kind of peels off here.
I think Izzy Ingles' argument is that the contact sent him to the floor, but we saw that in the girls.
I think it was kind of pull the chair out, right? He's expecting more contact there, and the momentum kind of carries him.
We had the girls, was at the 5A game. We had that traveling violation.
Yep.
Kind of same situation. Somewhat of the same situation. Not exactly the same. But down the floor we go with the Hawks. Outside Johnson now with Reiser. Ace sends it over to Dash. Chased off by Q and down the lane, and the freshman with the bucket. Q lobs it up to Naliai. I thought it got tipped at first. Probably it was Taki to Naliai.
Quick answer there for Timpview, and now showing a little bit of pressure here this full court. It's really actually been pretty good. It's gotten some good results for Timpview.
Going to send that out to Johnson. Now over to Ace. And the trap from Naliai. Johnson with St. Clair hitting the deck. Yeah, a block. They're going to get him for the flop there. As 4:48 left in the quarter.
His second for Timpview, 15 foul. Timpview's substitution, number 1, Dean Rucker, replacing Mason Naliai.
So Naliai comes off as Rucker comes back on. Again, Timpview trying to make this final push. Inbound in, Dash Reiser. Oh, the ball goes in and out for the freshman. And the rebound to Rust on the push with the T-Birds.
Tricky there. No-look inbound pass from Ace. He's had a few of those today on the no-lookers.
Taki gets past Reiser. Antoine! What a pretty finish.
If Timpview comes back to win this game, that's the play. Look at this from Taki. That's left hand fading away. My goodness, what a finish.
Got the shoulders pass, and you can't stop it from there. And a great finish on the reverse.
And here comes Timpview, Dusty. This is going to be a 4-point ball game. My goodness. Alta was maybe feeling a little too good, maybe a little too early.
And the free throw is there for Taki. Lulu Kepa. They're going to run the Bird defense, according to Peyton Dastrup. Bird, as he comes up the floor. Johnson back over to Reiser. Hink back up to Ace. Finds Goodfellow on the baseline, misses on the bunny. Rebound to Q.
Oh, another opportunity.
Timpview can make it a one-possession game before the media timeout. And now the energy in the building picking up.
It is switched colors. It's proudly wearing orange, black, and blue right now.
Opens up for St. Clair. He misses the bunny.
You got numbers if you can push it here.
Ace Reiser goes at Naliai. How about Naliai in the foot speed?
Yeah, good recovery there.
The guy named Ace, you know he's fast, and Naliai tracked it down.
You could have had a 4-on-2 there.
Goodfellow sends out Johnson into Doliak. Yeah, Naliai was in the kitchen. It's going to put Doliak at the line. As we hit 3.5 left in the quarter, and we'll have the media timeout first.
And I like going back to Carter. You think about how strong he was coming out of the half. Really, I don't know that we've seen him shoot much in this fourth quarter. Go back to him, get him back engaged.
We'll come back with free throws. 3.5 left in the basketball season. Alta 50, Timpview 46.
Okay. Do it all
So at the line, Carter Doliak. As he calmly knocks down the first. The lead has been as large, I believe, as 15. And gets the second as well. So the lead to 6.
21 now for Carter Doliak.
So Russ comes off the screen. Russ back up top to Ruckert. Three minutes and 10 seconds left in the ball game. Timpview has made a good push.
21 is tied for his best offensive night, his second best offensive night of the year.
Villa sends out St. Clair off on the 3. The student section was ready to explode on that one. Just did not fall. And a big defensive possession here for Timpview and chance for Alta to increase their advantage, shorten this game down first. No reason to be in a rush for the Hawks. Reiser. Oh, finds Goodfellow. That's a play that worked all third quarter.
And it's the way that Ace sells it, because that wing defender on the zone, they're planning that offense player to be outside. That's where Ace is looking. Goodfellow with the baseline cut. Again, it's another no-looker. See how that vision is tied to the corner? That keeps that wing out. Goodfellow able to slide underneath. Movement without the basketball. And a point guard who doesn't have to see where that ball's going.
Yeah.
It's peripheral.
Hey, we saw the throw earlier. Hink. Oh, the first one no good for St. Clair. It's double bonus free throws for Timpview. Alta will be in the bonus as well for the final 2:22. Timpview will have to use potentially to extend this game as the free throw good. And it's a 7-point game. As Naliai comes on for St. Clair. Drop that ball inside to Goodfellow. Goodfellow going to go. Taki knocked that ball away. Loose ball taken by Rust. Big possession here for Timpview.
It's a nice stop there by Timpview.
There's Rust. Sends that out to Taki.
I don't have James Rust with points in the second half.
Kepa over to Ruckert. He's only got 2 in the second half. They're free throws, if I remember right. Taki hesitates, misses on the 3. And Johnson going to draw the foul, and 1-on-1 free throws coming his way. This will go to Ruckert. Get a look at it here. So Naliai will come off, and St. Clair will come back on as front end 1-on-1 coming here for Johnson, who was absolutely outstanding in the third quarter. Knocks down the first. He's been outstanding all year long. Started last year as a sophomore. Been outstanding here as a junior. Been unstoppable in the state tournament. (56-47). 3 from Rust is short. And now some decisions here for Coach Engel. He's got 3 timeouts remaining according to the board up top. It'll be 1-on-1 free throws for 2 more fouls. Nash Hink. Ooh. And now the foul to Russ is going to put Hink at the line for 1-and-1.
Well, a couple free throws here could potentially seal it for Alta. I hope Corner enjoyed the hour-and-a-half head start in and out because the Hawks are going to be flying down into there here shortly.
They're on their way.
Yeah.
And a big contingency of them as well. He misses the front end. Here we go. Still open. 9-point game.
They'll hold on that milkshake.
Villa got through Hink and lays it in. And a timeout on the floor. You see him finish through that. We'll be right back.
It all starts with a smile. To show you care, offer a sign of love, welcome someone home. Even when we don't see each other, or share a room, even without words, smiles bring us together. Let's keep yours healthy. Stonehaven Dental. Schedule online at stonehavendental.com.
And the lead out is there, and a layup for Nash Hink. So 9-point game. And now Villa is going to be fouled. They'll put Q back at the line. And a 2-shot foul.
Foul on number 23, Ace Riser of Alta. That's third. Shoot 2 shots. Moving face-off game.
So Villa needs to score with the with the clock stop and knock down the first. As Rust will come back on as we do offensive defense changes here. Timpview has 2 timeouts left. Possession arrow belongs to Alta. And Q hits them both. 7-point game. Still chances here for Timpview. As Johnson fires out one to Hink. Everyone wanted to pass and crash in the backcourt. Didn't get one. Find it down low, and the layup for Goliak. Quickly down the floor with Taki. Lula Kepa drives. No, blocked away by Goliak. Picked up by Johnson, and Alta can feel it.
The dream fell short last year for Alta in the quarterfinal, but you can see it's starting to set in here for the Hawks.
For the first time since the 2010 state tournament.
Coach Barker, it's like his first or second years early on, right?
Right after Coach Cannon got ready to go. Well, he had that layoff, and then he went to Corner Canyon. And Coach Cannon wanted no 3 as Johnson misses the front end. And quickly down the floor, Villa down the lane. Can't get it. Rebound to Rust. James Rust with the bucket. Timeout, Quincy Lewis.
Izzy Engel. He didn't even catch it. You said Quincy.
Did I see?
You said timeout, Quincy Lewis.
Freudian slip.
Game 28. Fourth quarter. 19 seconds left.
That's how much I like Izzy Engel.
I mean, if that's not a compliment, I don't know what is.
First of all, Quincy won state championships as a player at Timpview. His father was a legendary coach at Timpview. He was the athletic director at Timpview.
I'm not blaming. I'm not. Yeah, no, you're good. Yeah. You're good. I just didn't want people to get confused.
But yeah, for
Lehigh people would be worried, right? So we want to.
What does Dusty know?
Yeah.
Not much. But how about Alta? I mean, this has been. We talked about last year. They got to the quarterfinals, lost to Bonneville. They came back this year. Ace and Dash. Amazing additions to this program for Coach Orn.
Yeah, and boy, they fit in so well. Look, there's familiarity with players, and because of AAU, sometimes that familiarity exists, without suiting up for the same high school. And you can see the rhythm they had from day one here at Alta. Of course, Dash going to be. It's not even Dash's time yet next year. I mean, he'll get PT next year, obviously. Yeah. We've seen that grow over the course of the state tournament. But, and you talk about great job of Coach Orn, where this program was to where it is in just 2 years. Been fantastic.
So, and not only that, a lot of these guys are going to come back. I mean, Johnson's back. Johnson's back. Both risers are back.
Doliak's back. Goodfellow's back.
Hink
is a senior. Yep, Hink is one of the few seniors on this roster.
There's the free throw good there from Ace Riser. But can you believe that Alta and Corner Canyon, I mean, it is Lehigh and Skyridge. Lehigh Skyridge football, Corner Canyon Alta.
He tries to work out that shoulder. You see, the exchange there on the sideline. Jackson Johnson over with Coach Orn. Coach Orn's crying. He just had to wipe a tear.
Should be. They mean something.
It does.
Yeah, it's the journey. It's all the things and all the stuff you go through the season. It's the stuff with your kids.
Johnson coming off here. What a game.
Jackson Johnson was absolutely spectacular. That little spot in the third quarter. I mean, it was on every end, but it was the defensive end. It was all the steals.
Yep. And the blocks. I mean, boy, he made a statement. He sent a message to Timpview. I know you're thinking of hanging around, but he's not going to let him. And boy, what a game. And, of course, hard-earned hugs as well on the Timpview benches. Taki coming off the floor, Rust off the floor, seniors. Their time in their prep careers coming to a close. Great impacts made on this program and this season, getting Timpview to a championship game.
And the free throw good as Doliak will come off the floor, and coming on is John Newell. And then one more substitution. Well, won't get there. And that is going to do it. The Hawks are kings of basketball again. First time in a long time. And the Alta Hawks are taking home a state title. Dan, your thoughts of what we saw? We'll start first with Timpview.
Well, look, Timpview, this is a heck of a run by the T-Birds. I mean, I think we thought they had the potential to be here. We didn't know if they would be able to execute well enough to get here, and they did. Beat a really good Cottonwood team, took care of an Orem team that gave fits to a lot of people. And, look, a heck of a run. And we've seen Russ for years, seen a lot of these players for a long time. A great run through this tournament. They had a lot of people wondering at halftime. I think they just ran out in that second half. The energy Alta came out with, knew the mission, knew the task, were able to fulfill it. It's a nice run put on by Timpview.
And for Alta, I mean, this has been quite the season. We knew they would be good. How about your thoughts on the such of a player of the game?
Well, I mean, it's so hard when there's expectation. Preseason #1 team. Again, they fell short last year. The mission was championship or bust this year. And, you welcome in one of the best point guards in the state and his younger brother, and be able to put that together, get the job done. They weren't even region champs, Dusty. Lehigh was the Region 8 champs. And for them to be able to come into the state tournament and work through all of that, fantastic year. And of course, Johnson and Doliak and all of them. I'm going to go with, my player of the game. I am going to give it to Carter Doliak. I'm going to give an honorary to Jackson because I got some stuff messed up in our semifinal, and I gave Doliak the player of the game and Johnson. Yeah. So I'm going to give it to both of them. Man, Doliak offensively was great. That third quarter, that's one of the best defensive quarters you'll watch a young man put together. What Jackson did in the third. Doliak offensively was a beast. So those are my two player of the games. Carter Doliak, Jackson Johnson finishing unofficially with almost 40 combined points.
Well, congratulations again to Coach Izzy Engel and the Timpview Thunderbirds getting to the state championship game, and they come up just a little bit short because today is the day of Coach Travis Horn and the Alta Hawks. They're going to go home the champions of 5A basketball, their first basketball state championship since 2010. Come back from last year's loss in the quarterfinals. This season's all about getting to this point, and means so much for them to get here. Congratulations to Jackson Johnson. Absolutely showed out. Ace Riser, be able to share this moment with his brother, Dash, and they're coming back. This is going to be something that they'll get to really enjoy this season and working toward next season as well. Well, we hope you've enjoyed our coverage all week long. This is game 28 of 28. It's been our absolute pleasure to bring this to you in Championship Saturday, and always bring some tears of joy and of sadness. But congratulations to the Alta Hawks, your 2023 5A state championship basketball team. We're going to step aside. We'll allow you to enjoy the celebration. Dane and I will have post-game. We'll have interviews. We'll have Coach Orn. Check out those videos on KSLSports.com and also on our Twitter and Instagram handles, and everywhere else on our social media. We'll have them up as well. But again, our final score, Alta 64, Timpview 53. Players of the game, Carter Doliak and Jackson Johnson. For Vince Francis and Dane Stewart, I'm Dusty Litster. Thanks for joining us and for watching our coverage of the 2023 5A State Championship basketball game on KSLSports.com, your season-long home for high school basketball and your year-round home for online championship games. So long till the spring.